ESL 1 Belo Horizonte is brought to you in part by Intel, Alienware, DHL, Logitech G, Betway, and PaySafeCard.
All the maps, all the rounds, it's going absolutely as far as it possibly could. FaZe versus mousesports is going deep into the night here in Brazil. ESL 1 Belo Horizonte's climax will be on just 2. First though, Mirage to be discussed here in the arena. The fans still out in force. I do have Moses and Sponge hanging out with myself, Machine, talk through this one. And Mirage proves to prove.
You're nailing this.
Am I?
Yeah, just keep going with it.
Thank you, I appreciate that. So we kind of said that, you know, we were expecting to see better CT sides out of FaZe, and then Mouse.
Yeah. It happened. I don't know if this is a tennis match with the back and forth we're seeing, right? Because the form, the flow, the way that it's kind of gone here, it's just been so back and forth. It hasn't been a game that has actually been in the sense, oh, we're going round for round, or we're trading up pivotal ones, which are forcing onto ecos, and then someone's coming in with a huge clutch. It's just big strings of rounds, you know, and this is just, it's very weird to see.
So, yeah, the problem I'm having to actually get engaged in this one is the problem I'm having is that I see both sides just making a ton of mistakes.
Yes.
And this is not the Counter-Strike that they're used to playing, and it's just become a slog. 4 maps of just, we'll take it in turns to be bad.
So here's the thing, right? If you're FaZe clan, it's very difficult to prep for mousesports because mousesports don't know what they're doing until they're doing it. Sure. Mousesports can prep a little bit for FaZe, but still it's Chromium with a stand-in, and they've only played, you know, still a handful of maps in all this context, right? So it's just a battle of, are we going to change things up if you're FaZe clan? Are you going to, you know, show a different face? And I think that's what they're doing. You know, they're playing looser strategies. They're letting their stars have a lot more influence in these rounds. And then when they just step up and they just steamroll like they were doing,
and it looks so good when it happens.
What can you say?
When you get into these kind of like in the best of 5, when you get deep into these best of 5 series, you have to be able to rely on your fundamentals, and simply put, FaZe did a better job in this map, especially that first half as Terrace. Sure. We finally saw not only the skill of these guys, but when they're attacking bomb sites, they're all being assertive together, and they're trading properly, they're getting into the sites, and that's what we haven't seen on the map that mousesports has won.
Does it make sense to you that mousesports have had more success on their T sides than their CTs?
Yep. It's easier coming to an event if you don't have like a game plan and like a set communication and a lot of experience together to be able to kind of just group up and attack a bomb site where you're always going to have a man advantage, and you can play the trade game, and it's always going to be easier on your T sides to kind of make solid decisions as a group.
Besides towards the end of that game where there were a couple of misplays, right? They just split up into 2 separate packs and they weren't really, there was no clear direction, or maybe there was direction, but FaZe weren't being fooled by the fakes. They just stood strong and traded out because they had the number advantages. But in saying that, Jordan's learned a lot of smokes. You can see him doing jump smokes from Spawn or Mirage. You know, he's definitely learned the key ingredients. The CT side of things, if it is going to be such a mess and you're going to get dictated to, and you are, you know, in this kind of environment when you can play more puggy, you need to just be super aggressive, right? Let all of your stars go hyper aggressive. Do 3-man pushes on mid. You know, take gamble stacks over towards A where you're pushing A ramp and Palace at the same time. You may as well take these risks, because when you're losing a half 12-3, it's not a place you want to be in. You don't want to rely on just playing default Counter-Strike, because I think it was like 3 or 4 times Nico was killing Rops over towards that A bomb site, and that's not what you want.
Listen, I talked about Nico and his ability, and we also mentioned Liquid being able to handle him by getting aggressive and just eliminating him early. If Nico gets that time on Mirage, he's going to be able to outplay you a number of times. He was 6-0 in opening duels. He won 6, and he never lost a single one, and that is highlighting that matchup against Rops, who's had a phenomenal series outside of maybe the first map, and I guess possibly this one as well, but that's a huge factor. And the big thing is FaZe did such a good job of just finding kills, even if it was traded off, even if it put them in a 4-on-4 or 3-on-3. That's where FaZe, these individuals will thrive, because they are going to be aggressive and they are going to find the seams in the defense.
Guardian dominant as usual. This is all from this map. It's going to be a long one.
He's been missing throughout the series until this point, right? Sure, you know, he's been putting up the frags that he needs to, but it hasn't been the same form that we've seen throughout the rest of the tournament. Remember back on Nuke when they were playing it and they kind of lured Liquid into that trap. He was a pivotal player in that, just locking them down in that yard start in the early gun rounds. He had that 1v3 scenario. He was looking on point. So here he's back in form and going on to the next map, a map of Dust 2. This is where it can really be a chance for him to show his dominance with that weapon and shut down this mousesports roster.
There's a lot of long, narrow corridors.
I was going to say, having Guardian at this point going into Dust 2, that's phenomenal. Now, he needs to be able to do what we haven't seen him do in this series yet, which is have 2 consecutive maps like that. But I mean, the good thing is I said Nico needed a sidekick. He had 2. He had Guardian at 24, Nico is at 22, Croman at 21. You kind of need that. And I think the game plan for FaZe on the T side is going to be very similar. I think it's going to be find some picks, aggressively attack these bomb sites, because Dust 2 as well, you can really manipulate rotations. And CT sides are going to get peeled out of position so frequently for both of these teams. Defense is going to be a disaster.
I was just about to say, I'm scared for both CT sides. There is no team I'm more looking forward to watching them defend, because this could be like a 11-4, 11-4 half.
Definitely so. I think individuals on the CT side can take over a little bit more on this map though, right? Especially with like aggressive cap plays, that kind of stuff. You can really, be a menace and get a few impact frags in the mid round. But you're coming into this one right here, and we've been adding context the whole time to these new rosters now. Yesterday, mousesports, with nothing leading the helm, leading the charge, took down SK 16-7 on this map. Whereas you look at that for FaZe, they beat Ghost 16-8, and then they lost to Liquid.
Can we start talking about endurance? Is that not going to be part of the conversation?
Oh, look, I think at this point, the adrenaline's still going to be there, right? I think we just clear the slate. Everybody's going to be sitting there going, look, it's best of 1 right now. There's a lot on the line, man. There's a lot on the line. We've got 200,000 prize pool right here, 100,000 for first. It's a steep drop off to 40K for second.
And I do have to once again reiterate, Carrigan not only said this is important for us. I'm getting some strange noises.
That was lovely.
Did you hear that as well?
That was good, yeah.
Not only is this a must-win for them, but he also outlined that we have outlined this could be the 3rd in the Intel Grand Slam. They're not just playing for 200,000. They're not just playing for pride. They're playing for potentially
an extra $1 million.
An extra $1 million.
It's a lot of money.
Next week or 2 weeks from now.
If it happens again after the whole NIP slip in Oakland, then it could be just a reoccurring theme with FaZe when, they're the favorite and then they just let it slip away, because they stole it away from Astralis when we think not that long ago. They had that final with best of 5 with Exist. They were able to take the victory there. So does this start to become an issue where you look at FaZe and just go, are they not able to play and get the W's when they're the favorite?
FaZe are the best underdogs when they're underdogs. It's just a question of making them that. And obviously playing against mousesports with what the scenario is, of course, nothing standing in, they're always going to be the favorites. We go all 5 though. I think maybe they can have some fun with this one. Maybe take a leaf out of mousesports' book. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a bit more of a casual, laid-back FaZe.
We've always talked about this map being so good for like individual, highly skilled teams that just want to that have players who can make those individual plays that'll just blow your socks off. And that, especially when we're now, I think we're what 5 to 6 hours into the series.
So
it's like it's 6, almost 7 hours into the series. Like that's going to be crazy. Like they have. This is where you really start to see people loosen up.
I was able to get a couple of takeaways from watching FaZe play Dust 2 throughout the tournament. Now, the way that they handle long on the CT side, they have Carrigan as the anchor there, but the way that they use their utility, there's actually a smoke that comes over from Car to block off doors. Carrigan bounces a Molotov off the wall to blue bin, right? The whole idea there is to let them out and then kill them when they're in limbo. They're trying to play between the flashes. They don't even know they're in a Molotov. If you're that of mousesports, I wouldn't have been playing towards long, because the new changes mean that the CTs can get there if they're playing spawn-based and use that Molotov before you even have a chance to get out the doors. Doesn't matter how good your flashes are, you'll still be running through the flames.
I mean, unless you take Coldzera's approach, where he throws a smoke to extinguish Molotov before it lands. It's kind of like cash and boost smoke. I mean, it's cause and effect in this Counter-Strike. That's why we love it. Who's lifting the trophy, gents? It's that time.
Ooh.
It is that time. We're going to be splitting the desk. I know neither of you want to give a prediction.
I really don't want to, but I will. I'm gonna give it to FaZe. I think FaZe is gonna take this one. I think they're gonna be able to pull it out right at the end. I don't see Nico letting this one slip. He's been stellar for too many maps.
Yeah, Nico is craving that trophy, and it will be potentially within his grasp in the next 45 minutes, Chad.
It's going to be a Royal Rumble. It's going to be a big one right here, and those fireworks I spoke about are going to pop off right now, but I'm going to go with FaZe. The AWP's going to be too strong, Alex.
Whoa. Potentially a 3rd notch in their Intel Grand Slam belt, and a chance to take mousesports out of the equation and lift the trophy here in Brazil.
You say that, Alex, but eternally and always second best, it seems, for FaZe. Can they finally overcome their final hiccups?
What is this boost outside the window? They've got 2 players there ready to go. I haven't seen that in some time. It's Guardian who won't be able to find the first few kills, but Ray certainly can. Croman chimes in as well. The Norwegian duo going ham in the B-bomb site as Chris J can do nothing about this map. My God, I thought the boost would deliver the goods, but it's just the recovery that does all the work. And that was a straight up B rush. Nothing really to report there. And Chris J left in a 5 versus 1.
Kerrigan's going to work back. He should be the one to spot Chris. But FaZe looking to take the pistol. The analysts think that it's finally time for them to close out this series, having nearly had it slip away. Chris J will get Croman, but it's all for naught. It's 56 seconds to work with. Bomb down at the B doors with 3 players in the B site. I really don't see this going any other way.
I think you might be right. Chris J, though, the AWPer, might as well try and get any kills he can, of course. Remove some armor, get some cash for himself, albeit it's quite a small injection. But he should be dealt with here. Brilliant stuff. You can see what that means to Nico. Look at his camera there. He knows that pistol is what they need. Get them that good start. Bring this final home. And you're right, they do have a history of getting to these grand finals and falling short.
Yep. I mean, you have to consider if Katowice, they hadn't have fallen to Fnatic, who were, again, the underdogs. They're always the favorites, and yet the underdogs seem to upset them. If they hadn't have lost in that, this could be the Grand Slam crowning.
Could be.
Or could have been. We should say Sunny's going to go through. Good news for Dust, too, as well as we've seen some sloppy, awkward Counter-Strike. Sunny's going to start this off. Deagle's to strike first. And he knows Nico's around the corner. He's trying to line up a headshot, trying to inch it out in a way that favors him. But Nico gets the kill, nothing. And Chris, they've got the response. It's a 3-2. And I was just saying, if you're going to have sloppy Counter-Strike, Dust 2 is the perfect map for it.
Exactly. That's why I love the fact that this is the final map. The fact that it's getting so late as well. Some mistakes will be made. Some positions will be overlooked. But we will see some glorious shots come through. Guardian, that one's no different. Nice reaction to take down Sticko. 2 versus 2 now. But there is an open A bomb site. We can see Guardian rotating in towards shore. He might be there in time. Not quite. He will be able to do damage at least. As he waits for his teammates to come behind them. Bomb will be planted. That's guaranteed. Can Croman find the first shot here? Does spot out Chris J, but he knows. They've got rifles and scouts here. They're both towards long now. They've got a flash. They'll have to use that first. Flash in, peek together.
Shot out, Chris, and nothing. They'll take it back. It's 1-1. Remember, nothing is the champion of Brazil, and he's back in a final.
They steal away the second round. That spawn-based gameplay. It's Sunny to exploit it as he goes towards long. This first kill was absolutely beautiful. Rain helped him out. It felt like it was safe. Then Chris J with the scout. Such a specialist of that weapon, and nothing. Comes in, gets 2 frags in the round. And the force spike comes back from the CTs here. The scouts going toe-to-toe. Sticker will be tagged up first, though. Rain using the scout a lot more recently. He'll be doing it with Guardian. First bit of damage inflicted, but they are facing towards long. If he peeks now, he's going to have more than he bargained for, but can't connect the shot.
Kerrigan, the flash. Oh, it didn't work out at all. It's blinded him completely. Rain trying to get them across, but you're right. Bomb has gone down. Nico's hit the shot. He tries to hit another. It's nothing to respond. And it's still just a 1-man advantage, but with 1:17, Bomb looks to be going down. Sunny, I held my breath for a minute because he was running and gunning, but it looked like he might have ran out of ammo if he wasn't careful. He did just get around the corner in time to get the shot. Croman gets a response. With an AK, an M4, and a MAC-10 with the bomb down, having found Croman as I was saying that. Looks pretty good to take the round. I say that Guardian hits a beautiful shot, but he's just going to back off and try and get away with the scout.
You might be right. mousesports take the lead now. It's twice in a row the long has yielded fruits. And Guardian will be holding in T-spawn for any sort of exit frags here. Almost impossible at this point. He finds anyone. You can see them just both going to sit in the pit. They don't have to hunt him. They've got the AKs. Let him have the scout. That's fine. Nothing will go towards those long doors at least and go for a little exploration. But FaZe now might be a little bit wide. The Felica will have to come in as they go down 3-1. If you are just joining us, where have you been? It's an epic grand final here. 2 international squads, 8 different nations on the server right now. And we're in the 5th and final map, which is Dust 2, an absolute fan favorite these days. Don't get to see it as often as we used to, with it being reworked, reskinned. And for now, mousesports have the lead. 2-1 up against the full eco. It's a 5-man rush towards middle. I do appreciate him. As you'll see, Robs get tagged up first, and Here comes the swarm of FaZe players towards Despawn.
He's running. He's like, I'm out.
Yep.
They're coming, boys. I'll try and get to you guys as quickly as I can. He's going to play the wall, ramp side, T-spawn. Deathmatch spot.
That really is, isn't it?
Everyone plays there at the deathmatch. Spawn in that corner, run to the ramp. You can hold off toward tunnels. So it's an angle you might actually somewhat be familiar with, even though it's not that viable in competitive play. Rops will go down eventually to Nico.
Well, there we go. They do get one kill at least. Nico taking down Rops. Can they recover any sort of weaponry, though? It's only Rops' scout that's available to him, not necessarily that useful. Sunny, nice positioning, not giving anything up. They might only give away one kill here, but Guardian removes Chris J from the equation. Might be able to get another one here. What a brilliant shot that was. At least he's getting money for himself and removing it from the others. 3-1 confirmed, but still wasn't the cheapest of rounds. You can see Sunny just like, you know what, I'm out.
Yeah.
So that was
having fun. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Well, with that, it's going to go 3-1 for mousesports. Guardian with 2 kills this round in the scout, 1 in the last. He's built himself up 4 kills in total, but he's got 5,200. Question is, does he go to the op or not? Nico's bought it, so it might be a swap.
Look at that long spawn.
He might just keep the scout.
Keep the camera on Sticko for the next round. He's going to be taking it, 100%. He's got that long spawn, the one we all dream of.
Not the op, but the AK.
Here he goes. He'll flash over. He's going to try and take this.
Self-flash. He wants them off the angle. If it was the op, you wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to push them away. Smoke as well, though. That kind of counters his position, but he's already behind it. They have no idea. It works out brilliantly. Good spot, Henry.
There we go.
Tries to fight back. Good luck.
That's a great smoke from Sticko. And for now, opening pick. And again, long. It's where Carrigan holds, and that's where they've been trying to focus. He goes down. There's no response. Guardian's got a scout. Nico's got the AWP. It's going to be a rough round for them. And the problem is they've lost long now. They've allowed a player into the pit. So if mousesports really want to be smart here, they leave the AWP in the pit itself and send 3 background towards short, and you split the bomb site together. You want to push these CTs back and pincer them in. Let them have nowhere to hide. They look to be opting to go together up towards long.
They have left the off down there, though. Chris is there anchoring. Nico, speaking of AWPs, though, catches one player crossing. It's nothing. Guardian gets Sticko with the scout. Again with the scout. He's so solid. Brings it back to 3 versus 3 as Nico will back off for a moment. Guardian onto the M4, but he's shut down by Rops, and Rops knows where Nico was on that AWP. Doesn't want to peek him. Just hold it. Force that AWP to get closer. Croman is sneaking in from long. Good find from Rops. And Croman's going to have little to say in this argument. No kit. He's still considering if that AWP is in pit, because if he can at least get that kill, they could save the op, but he's not going to get anything for it. Chris knew where he was coming from, and it's 4-1 now for mousesports.
You'd see what Dust 2 brings to the table. It's why I love it. It's so pure. It's so vanilla. You just get a good spawn for long, you say, I'm taking this, boys. Screw whatever tats you got in mind, I'm going for it. If you get that godlike spawn, and usually if you get your star players on, you definitely take it, but Sticko's been so good this series, he was happy to lead the charge, get the frag, open things up. And Guardian will save the AWP, but Croman's been tagged on the cross. And Guardian's waiting for them. They've been exploiting that all day long. And now, finally, FaZe have the upper hand, but can't recover a rifle.
Chris to go back to long. Rain is going to get boosted. In fact, so too, it looks like Nico or Rain. Okay, it is Rain. So Rain and Guardian boosted up. That gives them catwalk control. CT to cover. And Guardian to watch long. A very small gap beside the box. These new textured boxes, they almost look the same as the wall, but don't be misled. He is standing on the platform. Blinded, it doesn't matter. He hits Rops. This cross has been a problem for a number of teams this weekend. That's twice. 2 eyes, both blind, both shots landed. Chris fires back, though. He's got his off rolling. You said it. Guardian versus Chris on this map is a tantalizing prospect, but with 54 seconds, he just barely got away from that. He's got to get the bomb, recover it, get it planted. He will do so, but they will pounce.
If he can somehow get towards long, that'd be amazing. But protected himself. This could be one of the most epic clutches of the tournament so far. This will be a 1 versus 5. He knows that they both are, can hit the footsteps. He's given himself a fighting chance. He hits another one. But obviously, Croman is there for the retrade. My God, that was so close. Guardian was cringing at the end of the row after he found those 3 huge frags. To see it all come down like that but they win the round.
They win the round. He got caught on the box hoping he could catch one before they were on the ramp together. He knew what they were up to. But keep in mind that every single kill he just got still is massive because this could be a reset for FaZe. Guardian started off so well. He was flashed twice.
That's like a perfect trailer for what Dust2's going to have in store between these two AWPers. Guardian gets 3, Chris gets 4. And the pressure continues towards Long. Sunny this time taking the spawn. Guardian tagged up on the cross, and Sunny just comes bellowing out of those long doors. Carrigan looking to challenge again. The flashbang's coming through. This time, can he find a kill? He gets taken down again, Matt. He needs to stop challenging there. He gets nothing done, and his teammates can't work with it. That's 3 times now he's gone down in that position.
It's certainly becoming an issue because they're constantly getting toward Long. Bomb plants in the last, bomb plants throughout.
He's carrying 0-6. He needs to realize that that's not the duel for him. Sunny and Rob's coming out in those sort of positions. You gotta struggle. 3 smokes on the cross just to guarantee it's clear. Nico needs to try and find one of these kills, but my God, Sticko just obliterates him towards short, and he's hungry for more as he pushes back the CTs. Rain decides to fall back here and give in and accept the fact that this round is over.
Watch for Rops, though. He still knows that this is a reset. He knew exactly what it meant when his teammate got all the kills. Chris got all the kills in the last map. But watch out, because there's a swing in the other direction. Rain will pull him down. It's still only 2 players alive. Guardian fighting on. Wants to keep it that way. They need every gun that they can hold. AWP especially for Guardian. He's already on 10 kills, double that of anyone else on his team. Just to note, Kerrigan is 0-6. You highlighted his troubles at Long. They go deeper than just losing the position. He's not even getting trades to allow his team to have a chance.
Well, the thing is, they just don't look prepared for the Long team. Just let them have it. If it's becoming that much of an issue, just let them have Long and reposition, have more presence towards short, and then try and maybe get the B tunnels back instead. Just giving it that one frag and having Kerrigan challenge and get tilted over and over again really isn't doing good work for them.
Kerrigan was the
what a shot
captain. That was amazing. Captain of the TSM squad that I always reference on Dust2 for defining the meta of how the op plays toward Long. You'd think that he would be prepared or at least know how to change things to compensate for this.
Well, Sunny's going to take the spawn again. He's like, boys, I'm just getting the kill every single time. Guardian's going to be on the challenge this time. I think that's a good reposition. But he gets flashed off and they get Long again. So there we go.
You got to wonder if they start to put more pressure on mid. And I think Chris is anticipating that. All right, if they can't hold Long from Long itself, what if they start to try and cut us off? So Chris positioned himself down in the lower tunnels. Now he's working toward the door. We've not really seen anyone go toward mids. Oh, Guardian just barely got by. But here we go again. Same thing, up the wall. Nico's gonna have to hold from catwalk. No smoke over from the long doors this time. Smoke's on the cross, certainly. Double smoke. No one's going for that bounce anymore that used to be so prevalent. Bomb gets thrown. They don't even want to commit to anyone on top of the site with Stico or Sunny. No more bodies than necessary because a lot of utility can do damage. Boost up behind the smoke, Stico. He sprays into it, but he can't find them.
How would that do no damage? That's insane. That must have painted bullets all around the bodies there in crazy scenes, but still, round looks to be theirs. Not a single kill going down, and it's Long again, where mousesports are finding the majority of their success. My God. This would be an upset, Matt. Nothing returning to pro play after a year out of it.
Yeah.
He comes in and takes down FaZe in a best of 5. That would be nuts.
That's you got to think what's in his mind right now as Guardian just tries to save his AWP. He'll get Sunny. We almost had 10 players staying alive. That's not the case. And Kerrigan could also be found. It doesn't look like he's going to get too aggressive. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mentioned it. I was in the cab with Robs, and they said, yeah, we got no expectations for this event. You have to think nothing coming here. They just said, let's just have fun, take it one map at a time. That's what they've done, and they've taken it every map because we are in the 5th of 5 in the grand final. If he walks away with this trophy, you got to think he's just got to laugh all the way to the bank with that.
Yeah, what a story.
You got to think he might look at, maybe I should come back.
Maybe FaZe should pick up nothing. I don't know. Well, here we go. CZs and 2 players. This is grim for FaZe. They're going to be sweating at this point. It's still very early on in the half. I'm obviously getting a bit carried away. the romance of the 5th map in the best of 5. FaZe can definitely pull this one back. I'm a sucker for a good storyline though. Either way, NiKo taking a little bit of residual damage there through the walls of the bomb site by the Flames. Round 9. Money still tight for the CTs. Guardian though finds that first pick. That was towards middle. Carrigan has been struggling along, but this time he stands strong. That's going to be a 5-on-2.
It's his first 2 kills in the game. And they come with a CZ in a round when they don't have a lot of weapons. That's massive. NiKo, even better, he's going to take the bomb. Chris can't do anything with the AWP from that range. Well, head shows. Rops can't hit it either. FaZe get away with one, 6-3.
6-3. mousesports with enough cash to buy. It's not ideal. Christian bring out the AWP and Carrick, you're absolutely right. His first 2 frags in the game, and they couldn't be more impactful. Nice work by him. That should allow him to get into this game now. The curse has been broken. I get that camera on my face. But here we go then, round 10. This has been great. I've really enjoyed Dust2 so far. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, and I understand that. It's not the most tactical map, but for me, I love seeing the skill that can be displayed. It really tests you in terms of just straight up one-on-one duels, deathmatch style. Anyone can get to grips with it very quickly. You don't need 3 weeks of practice on this map. You just need to have someone who's handy with the orb, use those spawns, understand the fundamentals of Counter-Strike, and you're good to go. Well then, this one's a lot slower, not capitalizing on any spawns, Sunny and nothing. That's short right now, and it's Rops to take down Guardian. He had an orb in the B site. How has that happened?
Well, they'll take it. Because again, 2 rounds and finding themselves in the position they're in now after saving so many guns, they're still not well for cash, well off for money. NiKo does get Sunny. Down there because he's holding from long. Again, you said this was the problem. They've adjusted it. They've tried to find other ways to make do, and mousesports has changed their pace as well. NiKo, fast shot, couldn't land it. They now know where he is. Molotov behind. He still can't find it. Oh, somehow he hits nothing. You give him that many chances, surely he'll get one, but it's Kerrigan and NiKo that get nothing in Rops. And suddenly, Sticko is all alone. It looked like NiKo was done for. Bomb down 19 seconds, and even though he smokes, they'll flash. And NiKo's arrived.
That's what he needed. NiKo has officially arrived here on Dust2. Great shots there with the orb. High pressure situation. And my God, did he rise to the occasion? Misses that first shot. You felt like he was done for, but look how fast and how talented this young man is. The Bosnian beast getting it done with the AWP. And now it has to be the full eco for mousesports. Deagle and a P250, the rest of them on Glocks. FaZe now can start to sink their teeth into this first half. It was a very rough start, but now it's not looking too bad.
So NiKo to hold out toward the cave. It's catwalk, so they are trying to exploit different areas on the map. mousesports backed off on long, thinking a counter would be in place sooner or later. They did certainly get Kerrigan there with the CZs. That might have gotten in their mind. Molotov will slow their approach down. No armor, so nades are, yeah, exactly that. Going to do a ton of damage as they get smoked by one. Sticko on 20, Sunny on 23. Jordan got 40 HP taken away from him as well. They're going to go for the run boost, see if that can pull NiKo's aim. No Molotov this time to put on the ramp and give him little to work with. Run doesn't even matter. NiKo traced that the whole way through. If anything, you're just warming up that wrist as he gets more and more set and stuck in on this ramp position. He doesn't have to do anything else, so Kerrigan's got the other kills. Sprays down, 3 kills overall. And Rops will back away, 37 seconds, needs to go down to get the money.
Not really much Rops can do here, but Desert Eagle in hand. 1 kill to his name already, no armor, but I'll see if he can make things a little bit more uncomfortable. Heads towards middle, but you can see options very limited indeed with the bomb down. 20 seconds now. Sounds a little bit weird, but he does want to die here to ensure he gets the cash going forward. There'll be a 3rd stage loss bonus as NiKo finishes things off there. 3 kills for Carrigan, He's getting into this series now. It's Croman who's on 4 and 6. Carrigan leapfrogs him with those 3 eco kills. And money okay for mousesports, but no orb. That was brilliant from Nico. That run boost officially shut down. They would all get the plant. If they got the plant, they would have orbs and all the utilities. So that's a massive deal. It didn't get planted. 6-5. FaZe coming back into this now with 3 rounds in a row.
It's going to go the distance. You know it is. Guardian waiting in middle. Smoke not going to cover off his current position. Flash will. That forces him back. And finally, we're going to see a mid-take. I mentioned that we hadn't needed to because they had so much going on for them along. 1 for 1, but then Sunny goes unanswered as he finds a second into Rain. Croman inside of the site is limited, but he's got an angle. Finds it very quickly. Sunny again is the one to answer. He's got all 3 kills for mousesports. Sticko adds 1 by lurking out late from Catwalk, and it's Kerrigan in a 1 versus 3. A lot of noise toward the B tunnels. Chris is the one directly in front. Smoke down. Kerrigan says, I'm just going to go. Low HP, but Sunny was ready on the AWP. 4 kills for him. 7-5 for mousesports.
7-5. This is so much fun to watch now. You can see everyone's just digging so deep for this final map, giving it everything they've got. Fast B splits coming through. The shots just keep on delivering. Sunny, oh my goodness, didn't think his teammate in the process, but he made up for it. As he comes in towards that B site, snatches the round away. Double orb setup now for the CTs, but my God, goodbye Croman. You have been deleted. The power play comes in. They're going to rush B, and it's up to Guardian to hold them off here. He gets the first, but can he find anything more? And somehow, it's Rain to defend him. It looked like he was absolutely done for. Great play from mousesports, but even better by Rain. Now he has the AK and a serious chance of this retake.
Guardian backs off. Good shot from Rain. Through the smoke, Chris is gone. He wants to go back for more as well. Bomb is planted. Kerrigan's wrapping all the way back through T-spawn. Sticko holding below the window. Common position. Needs to find a kill quickly because nothing has been tagged. And he can't afford to do anything at the doorway, although he's taking the aggro. I think, oh, Nico, what a way to deny it. Because if nothing was able to get out there undetected, he would have done all the work. It'll be the defuse instead.
He's got the kit. I was about to say, if none of them's got the kit, they could be in for trouble there. But, oh my God, that opening pick is not easy. They removed Croman from the situation. They get in towards B, but Guardian, he gets the kill they need to at least make it possible. This was the frag. It was through the smoke as well. Okay, that's just good timing. It's not necessarily skill there. That's a straight up, not luck is the correct word, just good awareness, good feeling for the map. But there we go. Oh, what the hell? I'm done.
Oh, wow. Headset's off. Henry's gone. I'll walk you through this. Chris is looking incredible, but so is Rain. He's out toward the pit this time. They've changed the formation yet again on the CT side, and his 1 kill will force them back. And welcome back, Henry.
I just fell off my chair. Now, what the hell was that? He gets it 2 times in a row. Through the gap, this time a scout. That's unbelievable.
Well, Kerrigan's new home at mid seems to be working out. He'll spray down nothing. Remember, Rain was all the way over at B with Croman at the start. B or mid. Keep in mind, that side of the map. So they're certainly trying to change things up to counter off mousesports' aggressive play. Closet, that's where Sunny will go down.
Well, here we go. Chris J and Rob's left in a difficult situation. This has been an absolute bloodbath here on Dust 2. So much high pace, high octane CS. 3 on 2 now as Robs finds the next kill. Nico and Rain, one of which has the AWP to try and retake one of the most notoriously difficult bomb sites here. Can they do it? They have got smokes. That could be useful. They can get it towards a tunnel.
No kits in their hands. I take it back. Nico's got one. Excuse me. I think he just picked that up. Either way, Chris on 40 has the scout, but we saw how good that was at the start of the round. In they go. Robs with the first. All to Nico. And they're both going to face him at the same time. Robs gets the kill. And mousesports pick up another round.
Oh my goodness. The scout picked through the door.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
That's incredible.
Stupid with 2 O's.
Wow. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Again, through the smoke, dude. I don't even know what to say to that.
Just timing is everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to get a little lucky. He's got an op. He's got an op. He's looking for it. Oh, he did hit Guardian.
Oh, my God. He's got 3 out of 3 hits. I haven't seen anything like it. It seemed like that wasn't really possible in this version of CS.
Wasn't it Guardian that used to do this to Body?
That's right, he did that in the Notorious game. He got hit like 13 times as he crossed over. It was ridiculous. Either way, it's calmed down. Round 15. mousesports looking to close out the half with 9 and looking poised to do so. The CZs, the FAMASes. Nico on the scalp. You can see a nade towards those doors. No one on the other side. FaZe. This is going to be a real tough game if they do go down 9-6. We shall see, though. CZs always have a chance.
Sunny's already outside of the mid doors with Rain waiting at CT. Kerrigan again is at long, and again he has the CZ behind the doorway, which means we know he's good for 2 kills there last time. Unfortunately for him, there's no one heading that direction. It's going to be Nico on the scout instead that gets challenged first, not the op. Had a great 4K round from this position. Sunny's got Rain, CT's open. Nico knows it. He knows that they can drop down. He doesn't have any coverage. Hits the shot on Stinko, goes back and somehow hits it again. And with 2 shots on a scout, doesn't matter where they land, he's down. Bomb is also, though, as it gets planted behind the box, is Nico. He certainly wants this win. He certainly does not want to fall yet again in a final. He won't have anything to say toward nothing. He slides back out, but Guardian will. Shot with the CZ, and he's picked up an AK-47. Sunny's down below. He doesn't have to do much yet, but he does have to move because the bomb planted for short means that Sunny's got to get position. Guardian's not going to hold it. He has the kit picked up, which means he's got the time now. And as Sunny goes down, we get an 8-7 dead split down the middle first half.
Guardian plays that to perfection there. What an insane half of CS that was. That's why Dust 2 is amazing and can deliver so much hype. 5th and final map. Chris J putting on a masterclass with the scout and the AWP for those mid doors. But we had so many brilliant moments there. Great Counter-Strike being played. As we get into the second half, nothing separating these 2 teams. 8-7. Pistol, always going to be so important. Have to say, though, FaZe dropped the ball for a while. They're letting long being exploited so many times without reacting. They weren't taking back other parts of the map. They weren't trying to stack towards short. They kept challenging it. And that's what was going wrong for so long. But then Guardian started to move things around. And they got it together. mousesports now the favorites map. Who would have thought? Jordan Nothing Gilbert flying over as a last-minute mercenary finds himself in the 5th and final map against some of the world's best.
I guess
and
if you're going to get
the ropes.
If you're going to get a stand-in, get the King of Brazil.
Yeah, the defending champion from Pro League finals over in Sao Paulo 2 years ago. And Nico's looking ready to get down suicide, I would say. What's the strat? They've got great B spawn here. They're going to send 2 towards B. Nico does go suicide, doesn't fully commit. And Sunny looking to challenge with the USP. Nothing will join him.
Trying to pick it away. Chris J, though, he gets up catwalk. You said he was going to join a good recovery from Rain. Good awareness, good shot, good angle. As he sits in lower dark, which is now a little bit brighter, given that they've opened the skylights up. I do like that they extended the tunnel roof as well for those boost potentials to hit the backside of the box. I haven't seen it done frequently yet at this level, but it certainly is possible. Sunny's going to swing back into tunnels. He won't get anyone for this, but he does get information at the very least that they're not over toward B, so everyone else is going to rotate. Rops, Sticko, Nothing, all getting ready for an A take.
Wow. 4 and 4. As the terrorists decide to head towards long. They've got a smoke for the crossover. A few flashbangs. Nothing waits for them. He's got the kit. The smoke. Will we drop down towards spawn? I like that because if you drop it right on the crossover, there's always a gap. You don't have more than one. And Nothing will go down. It's FaZe now who have the A site under their control. 2 kills from Rain, and Robs can do nothing about it, but maybe Sunny can. He's coming in. He can't deny the plan. And they quickly scuttle towards shore, but that's where Robs waits for him.
Waits for himself to go down. Waits to get punched in the face by a Glock. Rain gets the shot. Sunny now has to go aggressive. Doesn't have a kit. He's got some time to work with for 10 seconds, but the problem is they're not going to give him anything. They know that. Kit is there in front of him. Even then, that means he's got to confront Guardian at the very least. It's this angle for that exact reason. If he can win the kill and get the kit, then he can start to move toward the boxes. That's not going to happen. Rain gets FaZe number 8.
They tied things up. We're going to be going the distance now. I hope you're comfortable at home. It's been a long series, but this will be exciting. It will be brilliant, and you're going to have some historic moments here in the final half of this best of 5. Desert Eagles and CZs will come out. Chris Shay's on that deadly scout, though. Guardian doesn't want to take any shots until he's shown himself. And they're going to fall back. 4 players towards A, but they're boosting up towards short. Rain, he's out of long. They need to be so careful here. Scout has proven itself to be extremely deadly.
Chris, ooh. His head popped up. Scout couldn't quite land. He actually... Okay, I thought he actually tagged Guardian. He didn't. It looked like he got him through the telephone pole, but he did not. Chris still trying. He knows they're there. That's first and foremost, but FaZe not willing to give away an inch. Guardian gets the shot back. Take enough shots at Guardian. Scout battle between these two rather than the off this time, but he will eventually put you down. 17 kills for Guardian. Highest in the server. Croman's been a little more quiet this game, but that's due to, in part, to the fact that he was in B. And they never really went there a lot. So only 6 kills for him, 5 for Sticko.
He's done enough this tournament. Either way, Guardian, he'll be positioning himself towards long. Just trying to pull everyone over he can. He does hit another shot. Rob's surely done for here. Croman will take care of him there. Carrigan holds the flanks. And all the other extremities that come with it. Nothing in Sunny. Oh, now there's nothing. Left in an awkward situation. This is going to be 2-0 in the second half now. And presumably a third coming in after that as well with the full eco on the CT side. FaZe will take the lead.
9-8, and they still have momentum to work with as there's not money yet available to mousesports. They have to sit for one more. We've gone the distance. People that were out there, as you say in your land, Henry, catching some kip.
Catching some kip.
Getting some kip.
A kip.
Is that just a kip? That works.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm learning every day.
Either way, we're going to have one flashbang for Sunny. I think they're just going to flash over the mid doors after like 30 seconds and try and push through. I'm not sure. Not really much you can do with these sort of rounds. They've crossed 2 over towards B just to suggest it's a normal round.
Last half from Belo Horizonte. It's been pretty incredible. This building has been absolutely, probably the loudest point in case of any that we've been in.
I'm sure we'll return one day. I don't think this is all we've seen in this arena.
It's been beautiful, either way. Nico still out toward mid, lobs an 8 through the door. That does minor damage onto Rops, but there's a lot more than just he waiting on that side. Smoke down. Might try and get a boost towards Catwalk potentially on that. Kerrigan, the last to go by, needs to be careful because if they do push through... All right, he's heard them. I was going to say he'll be the first in line. Smoke off instead. They want to isolate, just get to the site. Kerrigan does go down. That's a gun available, but Nico's going to hold it. Gets one more. Guardian's turn for a kill. They leapfrog over each other in their efforts of getting the bomb down on A. That's being planted just now as Guardian takes out nothing. Ops, good one on the USP. Still, though, to get one back at least. There's guns available to them on Catwalk if they want them, but they probably want to go to M4s because they're all going to go down. It's going to be the first gun round, but it's 10 already for FaZe.
10 for FaZe. They break double digits first, and Guardian, I've spotted it. He's got that spawn again. He doesn't seem to want to take it. We'll have a look as to whether he gets thrown the AWP. Oh, he's going for it. Get the camera on Guardian right now. Let's see what he can do. This round, he'll go for the opening pick. He's not going to stick around for the middle doors. He's going to go for it. Let's see if anyone will be on the other side. They certainly will. Sunny might be there. Do they have what it takes to hold him off? They don't! Guardian finds the opener, and once again, the long spawn delivers. Sunny removed. He's been so dangerous in his best of 5. Now they can take their foot off the gas a little. Just work out what's the reaction. Dust 2 is all about these reactions. If you lose anything, maybe not so much as one pick along, but if you lose map control, you need to be pushing towards B. You need to be finding out information as short. Let's see if they do anything to try and get a frag in return. Chris J will have the open doors. He knows there'll be activity around here. Spots one of the grenades thrown over. It's a nice little combo from Nico there. You can see what he's trying to do. Molotov anyone behind the doors and spam them as they retreat.
The fact that they lost long so early put Sticko in position to compensate for that, so Chris has to rotate back on toward the ramp. It used to be one of his absolute favorite places to play on any map, and he's showing why. He's got some tricks up his sleeve. To the wall, drops down, and just barely gets around the corner, having taken down Kerrigan. We find ourselves 4-4 with 51 seconds, and some uncertainty from FaZe as to where to go. If not for that kill, or in reverse fashion, they absolutely would have already planted on A by now. Instead, it's going to be back over toward B. Here we go. Rops, the man who looked up to nothing throughout his whole career and tweeted how happy he was to play alongside of him, will literally do so in B. Chris has the smoke. AWP. He's not going to peek it just yet. Goes through. He gets the bomb. Croming goes down. It's outside the window. Rain somehow saves Rops. Or rather kills Rops and saves his teammate because it was at the window in which they wanted to get through. But Chris in the smoke has Guardian down again. Bomb dropped. And they're finally going to get it in position. But look at Chris. He's got 4 and he's on for an ace in the first gun round. mousesports might be able to respond. He snapped out of his scope vision too soon. And look at Rain. It's 2 kills, a drop in the bucket or a splash in the ocean. The highs and the lows. Rain recovers.
This is why Dust 2 is so epic. It's an absolute deathmatch out there right now. As Chris J finds 4 kills, but it's still not enough. Rain does everything he can to fend them off. Has to hit every single shot, position himself perfectly, and he does it. He pulls it off and extends the lead for FaZe. They go back down to the pistols, and this time it's Guardian through the doors. It takes down Robs. 5 versus 4.
Remember that round. Remember that round. Chris did everything. He looked away a little bit too soon on the scope, and Rops had already gone down toward the window. They couldn't quite sneak in, and Rain was able to take out everyone that remained. Because if that went the other way, you're not on pistols right now. You're not already having FaZe on 11 rounds and about to be 12. Now it's going to be a very, very tough task for them to pull this back. They've not yet won a round. They've lost the first pistol and the first gun on their CT campaign. Bomb planted. A round that has no chance in it other than just trying to look for exits for nothing.
FaZe now, they'll be the favorites. It's been so back and forth. FaZe have crumbled multiple times in this best of 5, but you can say the same for mousesports as well. Most memorably, FaZe 11-0 at half. Well, 11-0 then 11-4 at half on Cash and let it slip by them. But right now, they're looking poised to lift that trophy. That is a few rounds away. Grand finals sometimes troublesome for them, but it feels like they've got enough to do it this time. We'll see if mousesports can hold them off. Double orb set up for the first time on the CT forces for them. Robs and Chris J, no Oscar, of course. Let's see what they've got. Nothing trying to rile them up.
Well, and Kerrigan doing the exact same on the other side with the crowd. He is a showman. Oh! Guardian tries to find a kill as Chris did twice. Croman out toward long, inside of the flames. He's forced off. Nico's already out middle, though. They've got no idea. Robs just fell off window. No one has spotted this. Sunny's not in position towards CT. This is a kill. This is B side open. Nico goes up. Robs goes down. He slides in, and immediately nothing's taken out from the closet as well. And it's the second gun round looking like it's going to slip away. Sunny on 4 HP will pick up an AWP, but it's 13 rounds for FaZe, surely.
Well then, Nico just feeding it, exploited a weakness. Some teams will leave middle open for the first 30 seconds or so before looking back to it from the B doors once they've established there's no rush in the B bomb site. He gets towards window, finds that first AWP, completely destroys the B bomb site single-handedly, and it will be round number 13 guaranteed. Kerrigan knows he can afford to go for a hunt here. They've got plenty of money. Can Sunny hold on to the AWP? That's the question. He desperately has to. The money's so low, and he hits the shot. That's so important. You can see at 4 HP, they need this AWP going forward. There's just no time left. They need the money now. They can't take another eco. 13-8 down. Rain still pushing through. No kills found. I can confirm. Oh my goodness, this was a fantastic play, Matt. That's just so textbook from him. Doesn't even need any backup at that point. Just let me kill everyone, boys. I've got this.
Well, we talked about if mousesports were able to close the series, that Chris J was absolutely eligible and the front runner for MVP. Who do you go for FaZe? There's been so good in so many instances in this final throughout the event. Even Croman has an argument for it as the stand-in, but right now, Guardian leads.
Guardian, for me, is the MVP of the entire tournament. He's had a couple of quiet maps in this best of 5, but overall, no question. But we'll see now if he can do it. Looking for that next opening frag. Flashbang's over. CT's very cautious at this point. They send 3 players in towards B. They felt the pain of Nico in the previous round. Guardian does get tagged up, but Chris, he will as well. Not as severe. Down to 80 points of health there as Carrigan tries to capitalize on the fact that he knows he'll be falling back.
Croman and Sticko, that's a battle you have to watch, because does the CTs hold and anchor long, or do the Ts take it and try and get to the site? Sticko's got position, but Croman somehow spotted and got him back through the door. So now bomb goes down and they have long. This is a problem for mousesports. Retake required, they're all going toward Catwalk. As Nothing and Chris, as well as Rops, in the same position. Smoke down, potential for a boost.
A run
boost. A run boost for Chris. Spots one on the ramp when he does that, but didn't see anyone toward Goose. Flash came out shortly. Someone had to have seen that and communicated it. Nico not going to peek at all. Nothing finds Rain. So that was communicated. He's sprayed back by Nico. He's forced off by Flames ever so slightly, but he's got a headshot angle. Rops gets it instead. It's Croman all the way down in the pit. He's hit Rops. It's Chris with an AWP and the bomb, it's gone. He's got no time, he's already running, and he's running to try and save the op as well. He'll get that far, but FaZe have 14 rounds.
Croman has done it, 2 kills for him. Nico was fighting tooth for nail on the bomb side there. Couldn't find the 3rd frag, but Croman sealed the deal. 14-8. Money is there for mousesports. They had to save that orb though. Wouldn't have had enough without it. And I'm having a look at the long spawn. Oh my goodness. It's big, bad Guardian who's got the best spawn you can get with the AWP again. Once more, get the camera on him, boys. He's going for the opening kill. Will he get it this time?
No flash, I take it back. They flashed out from the CT side. They also smoked it. They didn't even want to give him the chance. Sticko down, he's got a trade. It was a trade. So he did get 1 kill. Guardian did at least pull it back, but hang on, because there's more, and Guardian's ready for it. Sunny's gone. It's still not over because Chris is creeping in with his own AWP, and he's gotten Guardian back blinded, though he can't get away, and Rain strikes.
This could be it. Looking for championship point. 3-on-2. Robs has got the AWP, joined by Nothing. Jordan currently sits on 9 frags. He's going to need a few more if they're going to have a chance of denying this one. Rob's flashed off. Great flash from the T's. He can do nothing about this. They're getting across, but maybe Nothing can find the kill. Certainly can. 2 versus 1. Stuck in CT spawn, but the bomb is down.
Good shot from Nico. Rops had a lineup on him, had an op staring his direction. The bomb was not picked up, but FaZe have found 15, and the money is in dire straits for mousesports. They've been swept. Not a single CT win so far in this half, and it may well end that way.
He might be right, Matt. FAMAS ×2, 1M4, a UMP. If ever there was a time for an AWP pick, you feel like this could be it for Guardian. Doesn't find anything just yet. They can breathe easy for now. Carrigan crossing up towards shore. He'll be tagged by the scout, but he's just trying to stop that push from the CT. The fact they're going towards B, he's just trying to show any sort of presence he can towards A. It has worked somewhat. Only 1 player in there, the other's outside the doors.
If anyone doubted the legitimacy of the fans in Brazil and that they were only here for the Brazilian teams, it's still packed. They had a World Cup game today. They're still just as loud as they were at the start of this event, and they're on their feet because this might be the last round of a memorable event. First kill does go against FaZe. Good start on the scout from Chris J. He found Carrigan. Still trying to find more as well at that mid door. Molotov to clear out behind it, hoping that someone was hiding there, blinded. Chris gets around the corner, but that gives Guardian the angle instead, and he's tagged him just enough to allow Rain to collect the kill back through the wooden door, and Nico will back off. He'll subside. It's Sticko who's out toward long, however, that does find 1 kill in the UMP, and he knows what this means. Winning long, he's got to backtrack. He's got to hold with Sunny toward A because that's the destination. And Sunny wants to play Goose. If he catches Rain off with the bomb, there's a chance they can win this out. He's made some noise with the flash thrown at him. Sticko is there with him. Sunny finds the first one. He's expecting another flash. It's thrown. Guardian now with the AWP starts to creep in. 4 versus 2. They jump up. They spot him. They now know he's behind the box, which means Sticko takes the fight, and it leaves us in with just Nico. 1 kill to start it.
Well, he'll be out of luck this time, I think. 3 versus 1. Out of position, out of time, and out of health. Nothing will take him down. 15-9. The start of a very difficult process here for mousesports as they post their first round in the second half. It's 8-1. That's unbelievable how efficient FaZe have been here. Nico hits his 28th frag. What an absolute monster he's been on Dust 2. Suits his play style down to a T. Guardian, once again, waiting for an opportunity to open things up, and it's Rain using the flashbang, bouncing it off the doors. The smoke's on the corner to protect him.
This is long. Yeah, absolutely. There was 3 players that crossed. We saw that. They didn't know that. But in us just seeing that, it's information as a viewer that long was certainly weak and open. They've allowed it to be ascertained and gained by FaZe as Rain will work his way inside of the pit. Croman's still at lower. Has Chris creeping at the corner on cap, but they won't be able to spot each other, not without one player elevated either in the lower box or boosted up at the corner. It's another boost we haven't seen a lot of yet since Dust has come back, that corner boost to look lower.
That's true.
Sticko behind the car. It's getting a little hot back there.
Yeah, this is why I don't really fancy that position. 1 Molotov and you could be absolutely done for that.
At the same time, 1 Molotov, they might think it's clear. He's put his head up this time. He's ready for it. They walk out Nico, absolutely. They overlooked it because they never found him with the utility, and Chris gets aggressive. Yes, he does! 2 kills on Catwalk. Sticko, they know where he is this time, but he's still willing to fight, and he's done some damage. That's all he needed to do at that point after finding 1 kill.
4 versus 2. Guardian, Rain with it all to do. Nothing's at the top of middle. Robs is in terrorist spawn.
I can confirm, Nico just asked in the server, have you been in that corner the whole round?
Yeah.
They're wondering how that Molotov didn't get him out because they sprayed it as well. Spammed it. So they're going to have to be aware that that position is a little more powerful than they gave it, or at least needs more respect than what they offered it.
Well, there's still a chance here, but maybe not so much anymore. Nothing will close the round down with a nice flank towards long. They've got double digits at least. This ain't over yet. Round by round, they'll grind it back. And we'll see what they've got left. Will this be the first eco for FaZe in this half? I think it might be. They don't want to start force buying again and again. That's when your lead can slip away. Chris J, though, what a tournament he's had. He's certainly in the conversation for MVP as well, Matt. Round 26, it's a partial bite. CZ's Deagles, they've got smokes, to be fair. Is this the straight-up B rush? Could this be the round that closes it down?
Robs trying to get ready, sees them, gets 1, but only 1. Croman gets it back with CZ's. It's not uncommon that we see Pistols succeed in winning important rounds, and Nico with an absolute amazing shot from a Deagle takes down nothing. The bomb is planted. They're in the B site. They've got an M4. Croman's at the window. He spots Sunny, who just barely gets away. There was a gun there. I think Sunny threw his further back so that they couldn't jump up to catch the other one, so that they wouldn't have 2 weapons to work with. Watch the flank. Sticko has gone all the way around toward the tunnels. Sunny wants in immediately. Smoke down, he'll push through. Spots one of the sites. Some information to work with, but no kills and no time. They're running very low on this. Kits for 2. Make it just 1. Sunny goes down. It's just 3 to 5. But Sticko, there's the timing on the flank. He's got to pinch it in. They've got to get there. Croman, he's out of ammo. He's out of ammo. They know it, so they get on the defuse. He's just barely done it as he, oh my God, it's so close. FaZe get away with it. Oh my God, no bullets, and somehow they get away.
That's unbelievable. It's the knife, the panic in the corner, doing whatever he could, and the B rush secures it for FaZe. CZ's only, and my God, what an absolute series that was, all the way. Every single map, and we are treated as something very special down at the end. mousesports can hold their head high. They fought valiantly that man. They gave it everything they had. Took it right down to the wire, but it wasn't quite enough.
And credit to Jordan Gilbert. Nothing stepping in, having been out of competition for a year. They're going to let Croman lead the way. 3 out of 4 in the Grand Slam. Belo Horizonte, FaZe Clan!
more time. FaZe, a marathon of Counter-Strike. But they come out on top. Croman the first to lift the trophy. The stand-in who wins the final round with just a knife in his hand. 5 maps of Counter-Strike. FaZe, 1 victory away now from the Intel Grand Slam, and they've got smiles on their faces.
We expected fireworks, Alex. We expected an entertaining grand final of back and forth CS, and that definitely delivered. The last round, something that will be remembered.
It's good that Nico's grinning. He deserved that one series from him. He was incredible across the board in that series. And my God, we're FaZe tested by mousesports.
That's the story here. What a slog. Both teams have their highs and lows. Rounds they shouldn't have lost. Rounds they definitely should have. It's just a turbulent tale of ups and downs, highs and lows, and FaZe are the ones to end on the high.
Nico seems giddy. He almost seems like he doesn't believe that he's got it. He's just giggling himself.
It actually happened. How many times has he been in that scenario and he's been forced to watch someone else lift that trophy? It sounds like the interview's ready on the stage. Let's check in.
All right, I'm here with Kerrigan. Congratulations on an amazing victory. You came into the finals as favorites, but mousesports, they put up a great fight. Were you expecting it to be as tough as it was?
No, they played really great. When we were in front 11-0, I thought we got this in the back. They fighted their way back. They fighted their way back on train. So I want to say thanks to the crowd, and I think you should give a big hand to mousesports. They're really great.
You are now one step away of the Intel Grand Slam and $1 million prize. Are you excited? Give me your thoughts on that.
Our team has been through so much this year, playing without Olof, playing with Olof, thinking he's coming back, using stand-ins, and we have won 2 Grand Slams with the 2 stand-ins, 2 different. So I'm so proud of this team. It means so much that we can lift the trophy once again, and we have 2 chances to win. You're either going to win Cologne or Stockholm. We are taking the Grand Slam then.
Nice. Any final words for the audience and your fans around the globe?
I want to say thank you, Brazil. This is amazing crowd. Every time somebody gets a kill, you guys are cheering. One last thing. Vamos, Brazil!
Vamos! FaZe Clan, senhoras e senhores!
FaZe Clan, Guardian, Kerrigan the leader, Rain, Croman the stand-in. Lots of love for him. And of course, the man who did it all on Dust 2, Nico. A roster of 5, a roster that's really looked a little lost in the Counter-Strike world, unable to field their full roster, but that doesn't stop them lifting trophies.
I'm glad that Kerrigan mentioned that, because this team has lost some stunning finals, and it's kind of overshadowed the fact that they have succeeded through so much of these struggles. We always talk about them in the context that they need to win trophies, and there's a lot of truth in that, but playing the majority of this year with stand-ins, being able to get those 2 Grand Slams, getting tons of second places as well, it's an incredible feat for a team at the professional level of Counter-Strike to be able to maintain this level despite all these struggles. Shows incredible resiliency, shows incredible heart in this team, and a lot of belief in each other.
Man with a big heart, a man there who you said looked a little bit giddy. Nico, I definitely think, MVP for this tournament. He's actually played out of his mind throughout. In the final here was a standout. Guardian fell flat in the earlier stages. Towards the end, he picked it up, but Nico was consistent. He was a constant for FaZe.
I've got an absolute bomb to drop. 1.4 rating from Nico in this best of 5. Maybe a map I'd understand, but a best of 5 maps you're losing.
He's got 93 ADR, he's got plus 45 in the kill differential. It was such a stunning series from him, and at times he really willed this team to a victory, and obviously the rest of the guys stepping up as well as need be. Croman had a good series, he wasn't far off. That's a solid performance from someone coming in such a difficult spot.
And with that said, mousesports.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a fantastic way to look at this is they lost both pistols on Dust 2. Imagine had they won one of them. They had Chris J putting a stunning sterling performance in. I could not be more impressed. Seeing him on the AWP almost makes me miss it. I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
Maybe Dust 2 can be Chris J's map, you know? Like, that was wonderful.
Just the way that he asserted himself on that map, just taking so many risks and finding so many kills. That round where he pushed Catwalk to get that opening, pushed through the mid to B smoke with perfect timing, almost got the ace in that regard. For him, definitely an honourable mention there for such a stellar performance in a grand final and stepping up and leading by example, because let's remember, this guy's been in mousesports since 2013. He's changed as the team has changed, and stepping up here as the in-game leader, having to take over the primary orb with Oscar not here, doing a fantastic job on a grand final stage. Mousesports have proved their worth, and they deserve to be here, that's for sure.
Yeah, Chris J definitely a franchise, the face of that franchise over at mousesports. But I mean, you know, for the rest of them, I mean, they all played incredible throughout this event, even to get to this final. And even though they come short, there's nothing wrong with it. And I think you have to look at this and say, you know, nothing. I think he's played his way to other teams are going to be looking at him now and saying he's still got some left in the tank. I think Robson, Suddy, I don't think you can't really call this a breakout event for them, but I think a standout event. I think in their careers, this will be one that's highlighted as how well they played across the entire stretch.
I think this best of 5 was going to be the biggest test for them. Not only the fact that it is a full 5 maps and it's gone that way, but you're playing against a FaZe clan in a grand final who did have form and had those moments of brilliance, you know, those moments where they look like a superhero, and you're falling and losing to that, and yet to come back and to be able to take it to 5, to be able to have those multi-kill rounds. By the way, Nico had 10 of them. 10 multi-kill rounds on Dust 2 alone.
It's a highlight reel final, right? And that's basically the way that we set this one up, that it was just going to be fireworks throughout and entertaining moments here, there, and everywhere, and we definitely got that. The crowd, they loved it. I think the Thunderdome could be the name that sticks with this place because it was absolutely bonkers in here. I thought once we got to the grand final, no Brazilian players in attendance, that it would taper off, but everyone was here. They were loud, they were proud, and loving some great Counter-Strike, Alex.
Listen, yeah. I think this final is going to be underrated, and when we look back on it at the end of the year, but certainly that last map, that's just like a taste of what Dust 2 can provide. That was just such a pleasure to watch, because that was like the old school games of like pickup games you play like 4 in the morning when you've already played 8 games and no one really wants to play that last one, but you all join the server anyways. It's just high octane.
I mean, Nico,
boxing match,
plucking someone out of the air.
It's beautiful.
Run boost.
The round that you mentioned with Chris J, 4 kills trying to retake that B bomb site. Rain wins the 1 versus 2 afterwards. It was just spectacular scenes in that final map, and what an exciting way to end a beautiful tournament.
Seriously, every single person on that grand final stage had their moment in the sunshine, but it'll be FaZe who will be going home with a tan and a trophy. They certainly are going to be happy with that one. So now we have to reflect on this as a whole. The tournament champions are FaZe clan. They take the trophy home, 200,000, 3 out of 4, and they have 2 events to do it. You heard it from Carrigan. They have ESL 1 Cologne, which is just around the corner. One final round of applause for your champions. FaZe clan saying their thank you, representing, of course. But the story is, well, they want many more of these. ESL 1 Cologne, just 2 weeks around the corner, and they will be in attendance.
And then also DreamHack Masters, which is going to be right after the player break. Yep. So that's going to be right before the major as well. So I mean, a big tall task for them coming off of a long break to be able to win that. Certainly put himself in good position, though, and I mean, you can tell from the way these guys carry themselves and the way, I mean, just the players talk about it behind the scenes, that Grand Slam is their priority at the moment. They can taste it.
Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Brazil, you have been amazing. Thank you. Obrigada. Legends, fantastic to get once again bring Counter-Strike to Brazil. We're going to be checking out the highlights of this game, and once more, don't forget ESL 1 Cologne. Be sure to grab your tickets if you're in the area and witness this firsthand as another Counter-Strike spectacle will unfold before your eyes. It's all been powered by Intel, and we say our goodbyes. FaZe, your champions of ESL 1 Belo Horizonte. Let's get out of here.
Bye.